You know, anybody down there that likes to sing, this is a pickup choir. You could come join us. Love to have you, actually. Is it 5 of? Oh. It's about 5 minutes until the start of service, so I have a few comments and reminders. Would you briefly greet those around you, then find a seat so we can create a worship atmosphere? And please consider leaving spaces open along the aisles for late arrivers and those with walkers. I'd also encourage you to take seats in the front. It sort of fills up later, and it's easier if some of the front seats are filled up. If you don't already have one, get an order of service from a greeter. Then take the time to look at the announcements on the reverse side. You can look at the scrolling announcements that Mike prepared on the screen also. In addition, I got another message that probably didn't get into the announcements on the back. Today in the Tomball Gallery, the new show Fire and Fiber, presented by Potter's Guild of Las Cruces, will be open after the service. So go down and get a treat and then come back. Remember to put your phones in silent, or as Catherine says, worship mode. That's it. Okay. It's already quiet.
So we will know it's you if your phone rings.
I'm not going to run through all the announcements.
All right.
That's not a thing anymore.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome. So good to see you, and good morning to folks online. We usually begin the service with the gathering song, and I wanted to say a few things before that happens. Often we introduce ourselves with some description of ourselves, especially for those who may not be able to see us. And so I thought I'd give you a sort of a visible and invisible description of a few things. I am a white 68-year-old cisgendered woman who came out as a lesbian about 49 years ago. All right. I am wearing a black WNBA Phoenix Mercury Proud and Loud t-shirt, and so is my spouse. And I see some beautiful rainbow representation around the congregation. I also see rich diversity, even if it's not visible. Everyone needs to be seen. It's just an important part of being a part of a community, is to be seen for what and who one is. And so our gathering song comes from a Zulu greeting, Sawubona. Would you repeat that? Sawubona, which means I see you. And the proper response to that is Sikona, which is I am here. And then another concept in Zulu culture is that of community. It's a profound concept, Ubuntu. Ubuntu. I am because we are. And so this song expresses all of that. I invite you to rise and embody your spirit, and we're just going to sing it several times together.
One more step.
Sawubona,
Good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Las Cruces. We welcome you, whether you're here in our sanctuary, especially the children, or are joining us via YouTube. I'm Mark Sikonarak, your service associate. Our beloved minister, Reverend Rod Thompson, is not in the pulpit today. Cassie Calloway and Micah Pearson will be our service leaders. Our wonderful director of music, Catherine Massey, is here. Oh yeah, we're assisted by our pickup choir here. You can come join us if you'd like, James. See, I got lost by that little comment. Our Director of Religious Education, Kelly Ingram, is here also. Yay. Assisting us are Elwin Nunn on camera and Claire Neal on audio. Mike Yatsko will be connecting us to our YouTube attendees. Diane Lee and Jillian Lang have again prepared a beautiful and appropriate chalice table. Our greeters today are Carol Stanville, Diane Lee, and Carol Cassavant. We want attendees, and new and old, to feel noticed and to be aware that this is an open and welcoming congregation, community actually. Our greeters are focusing on that. You can be too. It takes some courage for folks to come to a service for the first time, so step up and let them know you care. Hospitality is offered today by the Committee on Ministry and the Right Relations team. They have arranged for coffee and light food and conversation to be enjoyed by all inside and outside the RE building just down the breezeway after service. We are all delighted to be with you today. If you are visiting us today, yay, James. We'd like to meet you. If you're willing, would you please raise your hand or rise in body or spirit to introduce yourself by telling us your name and where you're from, and if you wish, a little about why you came. But wait until I bring the mic to you. Do we have any visitors? Yay. Okay. Hi, Bill.
Good morning. I'm Bill Pelton, and I am visiting you all from Montpelier, Vermont, where I'm a member of the Unitarian Church of Montpelier, and I'm visiting my stepmom, Elisa Sanchez.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my name is Gabrielle. This is my second visit. I live here in Las Cruces. Thank you for having me again.
Welcome, Gabriel. Is there anybody else? Oh, hey.
Hi, I'm Susan Belair. I'm from Belfast, Maine. I decided to make a pop-up visit to my friend Carol Allen. We've been friends probably over 40 years now. And she was nice enough to invite me to join her here. Thank you for having me.
Don't want to miss anybody. Okay. Thank you and welcome. We are very pleased that you've joined us. Be sure to fill out a welcome card or provide your email to us so we can invite you to our many other services and activities. Shy visitors can fill out welcome cards and receive the invitations too. Unitarian Universalism has no creed or dogma. We are a covenant-based church, meaning that we agree to live in a relationship with each other according to Unitarian Universalist principles in our congregation's covenant of right relations. We embrace diversity in all its forms. Everyone is welcome. You can learn more about our church at our website, uuchurchlc.org.
Good morning. Our opening words this morning are a poem by Lonely Briar Rose. It's called Hate. It must be exhausting holding so much hate in your heart. It would be more useful to fill those dark corners with a spectrum of color. You may not understand completely, but I don't understand gravity, and I still accept it. I accept that it exists. As human beings, we have a duty to love everyone.
And now you get another good morning. Good morning. So they gave me the chalice lighting, which requires hand-eye coordination. Okay.
You read all light, but you know how pagans and fire work in this church. It doesn't. I'll try.
All right, so, okay, so they sent me the words for the chalice lighting, and I didn't notice them until this morning, so they got on my nifty little tablet. Okay, we light this flame to ignite our hearts and minds, the spark of knowledge that enlightens, the shimmering hope that burns. See what I said? The blazing love that engulfs our actions. I'm just going to keep reading. The bonfire of our commitment. We light this flame for those who celebrate themselves, who fear, who hope, who persevere, who stand on the side of love for all. We light this flame for those who have been ridiculed, that they may find peace. For those who have fought to marry, that they may celebrate. For those who live in uncertainty in the world, that they may have hope. We light this flame to renew our commitment that no one shall ever again suffer for the right to love. We light to celebrate our kaleidoscope of diversity, working, loving, and living the side of love. For this, we light this flame.
Please rise and body your spirit and join me in saying our church's affirmation of covenant and singing the doxology in English and Spanish. The words are on the screen. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve others in community, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with creation. Thus do we covenant with one another.
And one more. Good morning, church. Good morning, yes. Happy Pride. Yeah. Today I will be reading We Are the Rainbow. Purple is for spirit. Spirit means listening to your heart. You are unique, important, and one of a kind. Blue is for harmony. Harmony means working together. Together, our voices can change the world. Green is for nature. Nature means respect for the world around us. We can take care of the world. When we take care of the world, we take care of ourselves. Yellow is for sunlight. Sunlight means we don't have to hide. Happiness grows when you let your light shine. Red is for life. Life means freedom to love yourself. Our bodies are beautiful, magical, and strong. Brown is for inclusivity. Inclusivity. Thank you. It means everyone is invited. My tongue's not working. Means everyone is invited. The game is more fun when we can all play together. Black is for diversity. Diversity means that we are all different. Everyone brings something special to the dance floor. The rainbow is for pride. Pride means being glad to be who you are. We are proud, we are loved, we are the rainbow. There are many versions of the pride flag. The first flag was created in 1978. It originally had 8 colors. By 1979, the flag was very popular. The pink and turquoise stripes had been removed because at that time, a 6-color flag was easier to make and share. The Progress flag was created in 2018. The arrow represents moving forward and includes the blue, pink, and white of the transgender pride flag. What does the rainbow mean to you? Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Our next hymn is We Are a Gentle, Angry People, which is number 170 in our gray hymnal, which is a treasure trove of resources and one of the reasons why I became a Unitarian Universalist. If I were walking door to door, this would be what I'd carry. We have music today from Holly Neer, who wrote this song, as well as Kay Gardner, both of whom were sort of founding members of the women's music circuit. Women's music was something that supported and affirmed mostly lesbian audiences, but also the broader community, because they brought an affirmation that was very specific to what was needed at the time, and also helped in my survival as well. So this song was written because Harvey Milk was assassinated. Harvey Milk was one of the very first openly gay elected officials in the country, a supervisor of the city of San Francisco. And he was assassinated in 1978. People poured into the streets in anger, disbelief, grief, and there was a real tendency towards violence that was revving up there. Who did they call upon? Who did the leaders of the community call upon? Holly Neer, who wrote a song on the way to this event. And that song is this song. And it calmed people and brought everyone together. And you'll see that it uses a lot of different terms that describe us, things that are visible and not visible. But I'm going to add a little extra level of challenge for us all, of course, because that's what I do. We have a verse that I love that says, we are gay and straight together, and that was very meaningful at that time. But we know a little bit more now that our rainbow just keeps getting added to. And so I'm going to invite you to do a little tongue twister. I'm hoping that we don't need to practice, but maybe we do, because like I messed it up earlier today. The term LGBTQ, can you say that with me? Wow. LGBTQ, again, LGBTQ, and then add plus to it. LGBTQ plus. And so when we sing, instead of, we are gay and straight together, well, we're going to slow that down so we can say, we are LGBTQ plus together, right? I think that includes all of us. Okay, please rise in body or spirit as we sing together.
Made the effort.
One of the ways we express our care for one another is through sharing of joys and sorrows. Another way we do this is through our stone and water ceremony, which is the ceremony we're going to perform today. We have all the basic elements for life gathered here in this sanctuary. Spirit above us, and your individual spirit may be represented in our stained glass windows. The rocks represent earth as stability and foundation. The water is essential for hydration and cleansing. Air is all around us, full of life-giving oxygen and a breeze to clear away cloudy thoughts. The fire in our chalice provides a guiding light and represents the warmth of community. Please come forward, pick up a stone, drop it into the water vessel, and silently say to yourself the joy, sorrow, or concern that you feel. Come on down. Dropping this last stone for all the joys, sorrows, and milestones that you have in your life.
I had the pleasure this year of judging an LGBTQIA+ poem contest. So that's why I have a lot of poetry in this service, because there were some beautiful poems. So this poem is called the LGBTQ Ally Poem by Santos Anthony. Being an ally poem. You and I, we met as strangers, each carrying a mystery with us. I cannot say who you are. I may never know you completely, but I trust that you are a person in your own right, possessed of a beauty and value that are the earth's richest treasures. So I make this promise to you. I will impose no identities upon you, but will invite you to become yourself without shame or fear. I will hold an open space for you in the world and support your right to fill it with authentic vocation and purpose. For you, for as long as your search takes, you have my loyalty.
Look at this beautiful pickup choir. You could be part of this choir next week. Just show up at 9:30 or even later. We have collected some more members.
I have been informed it is my turn. Today we are going to provide some insight into how my brain works. I apologize. When I was thinking about what I was going to be saying to you all today, that process started several weeks ago, and I started thinking in terms of parallels. So we're going to rewind a bit and talk about how I learn language. And how I learn language is, and how I pick up languages fairly easily and then immediately forget them, is by learning cognates. Does anybody here know what cognates are? Yeah, Okay, we have one person. Thanks for at least one person being with me. One person, sorry. Cognates are how, the similar words have derivations, similar roots in base languages from elsewhere. That is a terrible description, so in other words, I'm going to show you examples. Democratico and democratic, right? They have the same root in Latin. Creative and creative. The reason why this homily is called homologous has nothing to do with cognates. You're welcome. It's because I was looking for a synonym for cognate. I swear I'm going to get there. Homologous means having the same relation or relative position or structure, but not the same function. In other words, a seal's flipper is homologous to the human arm. They are designed in the same way, but they don't serve the same function. What does this have to do with Pride Month? Well, as many of you are aware, I'm a mental health advocate. And many years ago, I used to run a mental health support group right in the RE building. And people used to come to that support group and tell me stories about the experiences of living with their mental health conditions. And they used to use the following phrasing. I don't know if I should tell my family member or families or loved ones about who I am. I don't know if I should come out to them about my mental health condition. Should I tell my employer? My family doesn't feel safe about me around my children. I'm a scout troop leader, and they won't let me be around the kids in the group when they found out that I had bipolar disorder. The language they were using when I was sitting in the room kept reminding me about the 90s when I was talking to people who were, and back then we couldn't use the word queer. It was all the same to me. The gay experience, the phrasing, the language about coming out, about safety. Should I talk about who I am? Should I tell my boss? Should I tell my coworkers? At one of my first office jobs, somebody at my office said, Micah, you are so homophobic. You are such a homophobic person. And I said, Casey, I'm not homophobic. I can't stand you. John's gay. I love John. John's one of the best people in the office. He's awesome. I can't stand you because you're an asshole. And, sorry, Mom. And John's over in the cubicle, and he goes, thanks, Micah. And then I froze for a second and went, wait, I'm sorry, John, was I the only person in the office who knows? Because it struck me that back then, that was not a thing that you shared with other people. And he goes, yeah, oh man, I'm real sorry. No, that was great. That was awesome. Because I was already out about my mental health condition. But one of the things that I always talk about here, and the thing that I keep seeing parallels again, is that when I talk to other people about whether they should come out about their mental health condition, is that I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm so out of the closet. I'm the Liberace of mental health. So when I was brought in to talk to the OWL class, I said to Dad that I'm not sure I'm the right person to do this because I didn't know anything about me being bi until 2.5 years ago. And everybody else's reaction was, we've been waiting 30 years for you to figure this out. And, when I was 17, my parents sat me down and said, hey, Micah, we have some questions for you. And we're not sure how to ask this, but are you gay? And I'm no. Maybe? No. What I hadn't told them is I had gone on a couple of dates with a young man when I was 15, and I had been the initiator of everything until it got to the kiss, and I went, no, wait, nope. And that's because I didn't know there was a whole spectrum of things, and that you can go back and forth on the spectrum, much like with bipolar disorder, much like with schizophrenia. Because of the parallels. Now, here's a funny thing. If we lived in a just, equitable society, these experiences would not be parallel, or they would. People wouldn't have to worry about coming out. They just would be allowed to be who and what they were. People would get the services they need. People would be allowed to love who they were. People would be allowed to tell their bosses, tell their families. If we lived in a just, equitable society. Unfortunately, we live in some ways an equal society. People are treated the same, regardless of their needs. Equality does not always equal justice. That was my other name for me standing up here today. But I wanted to be able to say it to you without you knowing it coming in here. Because we always talk about justice and equality, but no, equality does not always equal justice. So I want you to walk out of here thinking more about equity. And I want you to think about the fact that the fact that people want to love each other like a mental health condition. So much so that it was literally put in the Diagnostic and Symptoms Manual for mental health disorders. That I'm a mental health advocate, and in my support groups, I literally heard people talking about their mental health conditions like we treat people who are sexual minorities. And that I literally run a mental health advocacy organization dedicated to the intersectionality of marginalized populations of mental health conditions. And that 1 in 3 LGBTQ youth think about taking their own lives at some point, which is more than double that of straight kids. Equality does not equal justice. Now, I promised Cass that I would not stand up here and do a whole service, and that I would give her not, that I wouldn't just stand up here and preach at you. So that's my leaving you on a high note, so you have a thing that you can do, right? We have a course of action that I didn't just come up here and testify. We're going to go towards equity, right? Right? I want to hear it again. Do it from your gut, right? Thank you. Amen. Your turn.
All right. So, what is an ally? I've been giving this concept a lot of thought. Some of you know that last week on Saturday I had my 60th birthday. And I had a really incredible croning ceremony attended by a lot of beautiful people where I considered the next step of my life, what it's going to look like, what I'm going to be. And at that ceremony, during the time that I was giving blessings, one of the members of the circle called me a paladin. Someone who puts on their armor and fights for the oppressed. Geez, I really would like not to have to wear that armor much longer. I've been wearing it for quite some time for the reproductive justice community, for the LGBTQIA+ for community, for a lot of communities, the homeless community. It's heavy. But I've been thinking about the concept of allyship as I move into leadership. I will be taking over the local Las Cruces PFLAG after Ryan steps down. That group has been led by members of the queer community for quite some time. Carrie Hamblin for a lot of years, Ryan for a lot of years. I am not a member of that community, so the shifting of PFLAG will turn more the ally direction. So I've been thinking about this a lot. But this group was started by an ally, a woman, a mother, who just made a sign, wrote a letter that got posted in the New York Times, made a sign, went to the St. Christopher Street March with her son, because she listened to what her son needed and wanted. So I think what we need to learn about allyship are what they consider the pillars of allyship: action, learning, listening, and yielding. Action, that you're making your phone calls, writing your letters, showing up at Pride, coming to council meetings, coming to school board meetings, okay? It's also, I know shopping at Walmart is a no-no for a lot of you, but did I need another cup for water? No. Did I need another throw pillow for my couch? No. But Walmart had them done by queer artists. And Walmart likes money, money, money. So if I go down there and buy them, they will continue to put them in their store. That's an action. You're supporting a queer artist. You're also saying, I support the community. I will buy it if you put it in your store. You know who has 0 in their store this year? Target. They got a little grief, so nothing this year, right? So this is an action. It's an action. Spend your $9. Okay? Support a queer artist and let Walmart know you will buy. That's also important, along with the cards, the letters, the phone calls. Learning. What does the queer community need? We need to learn that. I don't know. I need them to tell me. What does Senator Heinrich stand for? What does Gabe Vasquez stand for? What do the people you vote stand for? We need to learn. We need to learn that. But it's not just there. We need to learn about the people who want to ban books from our libraries at our schools. We need to learn all of that. Why those books? Why do they object to the things that people are saying and doing? We need to learn all of that. I don't know, some of you know that a member of our CUPS community who teaches at one of the local high schools had a picture of her classroom as she is the GSA advisor, and her name blasted all over a conservative Facebook page in this town. her name, where anybody could have found where she lived. We need to learn about that. We need to know about that. They accused Oregon Mountain High School of forcing transgender health on students. If you didn't know about that, that's something that we need to learn. Listening. We need to listen to what the community tells us, right? I don't know. That's not the way that's not an intersectional thing for me. So I need to be told, what do you need? Let's listen to the community and do what they tell us they need. Ooh, and the hardest for me, yielding. Oh, I want to mother everybody. I just want to mama bear everyone, right? Oh, you need that? I'll go do it. You need that? I'll go do it. Put on the armor, the paladin to the rescue, right? No. This has been the hardest one for me, and the one that my 2 younger daughters have managed to kick me in the butt to get me to learn. I need to yield. I do. If you need me to go down and sit in city council, if you need me to go to the county, if you need me to wear my PFLAG shirt and show up because they want to ban a book at Oregon Mountain, if you want me to speak about anything, I'm happy to do that. But I need to be asked. I need to yield. Let the community tell me what they need. Listen. And then yield. The core values of allyship: integrity, hold ourselves and each other accountable, treat others with respect, and embrace diversity and inclusion. I say, and we talk about this in PFLAG, that I don't know that people understand how hard it is sometimes to be an ally, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to do the wrong thing. I want to be there, but I don't want to be too there, So if you follow the pillars and listen, learn, do your action, and yield when you need to, you can be a great ally for this community, for any community. But I think that because I have very large mouth, and because I want to go, it has been really hard to learn this. But I think that we can all learn it, even someone 60. And that would push us forward. That would put us in a position to be helpful, because we don't really know what's helpful. We see what we think, but we don't know. So if we tune into ourselves, follow the pillars of the allyship, listen to the community, and show up, we can all be great, great allies.
The operation and outreach of our church needs your input and your contributions. This is the perfect time to think about what you can give back. In a moment, the greeters will pass the offering baskets around. But before they do that, I should remind you that we support organizations identified by our Social Justice Committee with our Change for Change program. This quarter's recipient for our Change for Change donations is Mesilla Valley Court-Appointed Special Advocates, or CASA. You can give to them by putting your change in the basket or by writing Change for Change on the note line of your check. Please give generously.
Before I read the closing words, our title of our service is Why Pride? It's fun! So, of course, there's more to it than that. We need a reminder, visible reminder, that there's still inequality in the world, that there are still horrible things happening to this community. We still need that reminder. But also, if you're gonna show up and do your action, put on your striped socks, get your little tattoo, and come down and have some fun, because it's also fun. Closing words tonight are from Judy Shepard. It's called Ally. The purpose of allyship is to achieve equity and inclusion. It is not to self-congratulate, promote, or validate one's own virtue. It is not about making yourself look good or feel good. And it certainly isn't an effort to save anyone or any group.
Please rise and body your spirit for our closing hymn, number 1017 in the Teal hymnal. We are building a new way. The words are on the screen. Please join me in saying our words to extinguish the flame. The words are on the screen. Did I skip something?
I thought, did we sit? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've been here.
Okay. Sit down. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.